What's going on, guys? I appreciate those of you hanging out waiting for the stream to start. For those of you stopping by, checking out the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications when we do these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So for those of you returning that were here for yesterday's celebration stream, boy, that was brutal on the watch back. I hope we don't have bandwidth drop-offs like that today. Of all streams, for it to be choppy and the audio to drop off, my internet provider, they disappoint me. I pay for 1.2 gigabytes per second, and I don't expect 1.2 gigabytes per second, but I expect to not have those issues because we live stream around here. This is what the hell we do. We need our bandwidth. It's important stuff. So, sin of the day in my recent winter cheapie list, Dracar Intense from Guy LaRoche. It's pumping off of my skin. I have 5 sprays around the neck. I left my forearms free because we're spraying some samples on skin today, some decants that were sent by Jason and Jared. Shout outs to those 2 avid supporters of the channel. They sent a little more than what we're actually going to be sniffing here today, but I wanted to go after these main focal points from YSL, from Xerjoff, and from Nishane. We're smelling those 6 today. It's for those of you who don't know, Fan Flames X and Ani X, especially Ani X. Really want to check that out. Tony Iommi Monkey Special and Torino21, Babycat and Tuxedo. Finally getting around to all of these, especially Tony Iommi Monkey Special, Babycat, and Tuxedo. Those have been bucket list, want to try them fragrances. So pretty excited about that. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way in for those of you just getting here. We'll wait till about the 10-minute mark, and then we'll dive into the topic like we usually do. So let's see who's here. I certainly can. I can definitely compare it to the original now. Exciting stream yesterday was intense in the days. Ani would like to know if Ani and Ani X are redundant to own both. We're going to find out because I'm very familiar with Ani. I don't need to grab it to do a side-by-side. I'm super familiar with that. So I'm super amped up about checking that one out. The greener, sharper, more expensive version of Ani, not redundant. Thanks for letting me know what it's supposed to smell like, Nick. I appreciate that. Up until this moment, I had successfully avoided anyone's opinion on that fragrance. Thanks. I still love you, Nick. You dick. Jesus Christ. You know how it goes around here, man. Come on now. Don't tell me right before we smell it. So glad you're here, though. Some day, nothing. Didn't feel like wearing anything. What the hell, Kellen? Hey, I get it. Some days are like that. Joel, Parfums d'Empire Ambre Rousse. You always like these old complicated ass name fragrances. going to supper with family. Have a good live, my Fragcom family. Don't forget that thumbs up. We'll for sure watch after. We appreciate you, Joel. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great dinner. Scott, good to see you. Neil, how are you? Fragrance World's Abraj Viking. Ross, that punk promo had no real bite to it. You think the leash is tight? I think that was chicken shit, that promo, because everybody was anticipating a dig at AEW and got nothing. I thought for sure Triple H gave him the green light to do that. And it was a pretend like I've never been back to wrestling before this moment. And it was the most chicken shit promo in the history of CM Punk. That was the most chicken. That was such a letdown promo. I had messages from everybody this morning, from Fragrance Apprentice, talked to Dedrick. I had a few of you watching right now message me on IG. All Genres Bops made a comment this morning in this morning's video about it. Like, everybody seems to be pretty let down that was looking forward to this. It was very anticlimactic, I think, is a very light way to put it. So yeah, it was disappointing for sure. Andrew, good to see you. Yeah, it's right here. Very nice label work as well. That came from Jared. Xerjoff Naxos. Luis, good to see you. Listening from work, wearing Spice Bomb Extreme. Nejma7, never tried that one. Diptyque. Temdal, never tried that one. Dan, not the man. Best name on YouTube. Wearing La Homme Le Parfum, the Le Male Le Parfum clone, which I think is fantastic. Ethan, good to see you. Adonis Awakens. Looking forward to get my nose on Juicy Maximus. That's such a great fragrance. Catching 2 lives in a row. Very rare for me. What's up, Ross and TLTG fam? Wearing Tobacco. I think I'll go Evening Mystique tonight to rep that 100K stream yesterday. I appreciate that. So I didn't know the process, so I was like, screw this. I'm reaching out to Google. I'm going to start a chat with Google's Live Help. Let me see if there's anything I can do on my end to get this ball rolling on the plaque and the verification badge. It turns out they have a review process that takes up to 10 days. So like I clicked, they provided me the links that I needed to go through and everything. So the channel's under review right now because they got to look for copyright strikes, community violations, make sure your content's original and not mixes of other people's content, which I have none of those issues. So I would think in the next couple of days, because there's actually a redemption link to redeem your silver award is what it's called. It's called the Silver Award. So pretty excited. So in the next few days, I'm going to be able to redeem that. Giddy. Can't wait. So super excited. Once again, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Yeah, I was disappointed with how choppy that stream was because I always watch the playback after. And yeah, disappointing. Kevin, good to see you. Gentleman Cologne, that's a phenomenal fragrance. I heard it's been discontinued. A couple people randomly in chats have told me that. I don't know for certain, but I've never tried Halloween Man Shot. Congrats on 100K. Wasn't able to join yesterday, but it was a good celebration. Thank you very much, Lee. Dior Homme Parfum, one of the greatest of all time, Fabrice. Great to see you. Let them know. Supremacy and Oud from Afnan. I have not wore that one in over a year. I need to pull that one into the rotation myself. Dominique, good to see you. Giancarlo, always a pleasure. So we got about 4 more minutes before we dive into the first one. Finally catching a live. M7 Oud Absolute. Ooh. Artisan Pure for Fragrance Fraternity, wearing something nice and fresh today. I'm going, basically like a modern twist on classic barbershop with Drakkar Intense, man. It just smells so good. Wife's a fan of these types of scent profiles as well. She definitely let me know how good I was smelling today. You get this for like $30, $26 or something like that. You got to like barbershop, but man, this is a good one, guys. This is a really, really good cheapie out there. For those of you that don't really like all the modern blues and you like something a little timeless, it's got a little bit of a modern twist on it, kind of more of today's barbershop style. Drakkar Intense. Killing the game, hit 100K. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. I mean, I didn't have to say it. You said it. So finally got my hands on a bottle of Camaro Homme Intense. That's some good stuff. Wearing Leighton, excellent choice. The double type, but I'm good with it. Yeah, for sure. Like 101, 286 or something like that. Like it really, like everybody that told me once you hit that, it kind of sparks a bit. And like, yeah, for sure. It definitely does. Like it all of a sudden, like lightning in a bottle. And like my views were kind of dipping a little bit. And then now they're back up again. So it's crazy. Cause like yesterday I did 60,000 views. It's just everything's spiking right now. Thank you. Thank you to anybody who sees this. You guys watching right now, you're contributing to it right now. So I appreciate you guys. Yeah, 8 minutes. We got 2 more minutes. 112 people in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Only 63 likes. I guess I can't ask for it 2 days in a row, right? At this point yesterday, we had like 100 likes to 134 viewers, but please hit that thumbs up for me real quick. Artisan Pure to me what Tommy is to Ross. Damn, Adam. That's a bold statement. Clone you have is better for the money. I might just go that route. Well, I mean, I'm sure the original's better. 99.9% of the time, the original is better than the clone. It's very rare. Now, because of the exclusivity of trying to get your hands on Babycat, Rifakat might be the way to go because it is damn good. As a standalone, it's a damn good fragrance. Smells good in the chat. Wearing red tobacco. Haven't wore it in years. YSL Parfum. Really enjoy this one when it gets colder out. I mean, it's still right here. From today's video. I love that fragrance. I've been wearing a Fragrance World's version more though, because it's so accurate and it's right there. It's closer to get to than where that one is on the shelving. Good afternoon. Scent of the day is VO5 Sniper by Taif Al Emirat. LV Meteor. Lamborghini Millennials. Hell yeah. That's a solid fragrance. Smells kind of like First Instinct together. Gucci Guilty Elixir. Nice Oris note. I haven't tried that one yet. Of Iris Man Intense, looking forward to trying the scent profile. Thanks for your review. Yeah, that's good stuff. Mike Densmore, he does great work. Anytime I get newer stuff from him, they always stay within arm's reach because I just randomly pull the cap and sniff them. Because once you atomize them, they're so strong, you can just sniff the atomizer just to get a little quick fix of the aroma. Burberry Hero EDP. Let's skip ahead. Ocean Leather, I tried once and I don't remember it well enough. I do have it on a live stream, a live first impressions. It's been a little while. Don't remember. Second Soul for Kevin. Excellent choice. Strong With You. Absolutely. Damn good choice. Coffee and Whiskey, Bath and Body Works. Black Orchid Parfum. Rouge Soleil, one of my favorite Black Friday pickups. So I have a huge order coming. I'm ready for it to come. Funny enough, Scott, 504 Man Reviews, he asked me in a comment on one of the pieces of content that came out today. I don't remember if it was the shorts video or the regular video. If I've ever tried sand oud. So some of you remember me and Justin joking about you know, Robert, Fragrance Journey 01, being the only person I've ever seen talk about Sand Oud. So in this order, the 2 orders I made that they caught in their shipping as one package, Sand Oud's one of the Manceras. I got Silver Blue, Wild Fruits, Black Prestigium, and Sand Oud are the Manceras that I have coming in. So I'm pretty excited about the Manceras I have coming. Speaking of favorite Black Friday pickups, Rich Man Aqua. It's basically a fruity version of Invictus. A bottle of KFC fragrance. I just want chicken leg bottle. So, all right, let me scroll down. I think it's worth sampling first. You have to make sure because it's pricey. It's one of my favorite releases of the year. It was in today's shorts video. This is a banger, but it's like $250 before any discounts. So I always recommend sampling, but this is a situation where you can spend like $6 before any discounts because the discount codes work on samples too. Get the sample first and make sure it's the move for you. I really like it, but it's just like with any other niche price, luxury price fragrance. You got to make sure it's for you. You don't want to risk a blind buy and saying, oh, this is too redundant, or, you know, because just because I don't find it super redundant to a bunch of other things, like people are comparing it to a Ventus because of the birch and the fruitiness. Yes and no. Elements, but not the same. Like maybe this is Toomey's Aventus, but it doesn't completely smell like Aventus, but there's people saying it's similar to for a reason. So try first. I think it's a bit different. It's much more watery and different type. It's not like pineapple and apple kind of fruity and leathery. You know what I mean? Like they're similar, but quite different at the same time. So sample first. Sample first. The Boz has arrived wearing Scandal, the original. Setting for finals. Perfect time to take a break. Hell yeah, Nico. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We're 12 minutes in, so we need to jump into this. I'm going to skip around a bit. No worries, Boz. I'm just glad you got some work in today, my man. Proud of you. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit, find a decent little stopping point. Here we go. I think right here, and then Divine I got next. I see Jason. Jason's a contributor to this video. I appreciate you, Jason. But hit that like button coming in. Congrats on the milestone, bro. Keep up the grind. Center Day Bond number 9, B9. I've never tried that one. And this sub 70 degrees here in Los Angeles. What's better, New Harlem or New York Nights? I'm actually not familiar enough with either one of them to weigh in. I'm sorry, I'm beyond useless in this situation. And then Alexandria Oriental. I like that, Oriental. It just sounds good, doesn't it? Good to see you, Divine. Infrared's coming in most likely. Most wanted parfum. But here's the best smelling guy in the chat to me so far. Oh, wow, that's a long time. So I have to scroll down. What's going on, Montrese? Good to see you. Jason, I appreciate you. I don't want to skip too much, but I do have to get closer to the bottom. So Big Noise from Redcon 1. I'm out right now because I've just been rolling with Total War, but I'm switching to Double Tap, the thermogenic, and getting off of Total War for a while. But I still want some of the nootropics and everything. I always get this word wrong. Starts with a V. Vasodilators. There we go. That help expand your veins and your blood vessels and everything, help the blood flow, get a better pump and everything. So Big Noise doesn't have all the caffeine and stuff like that and beta alanine. So go with Big Noise. You can get it unflavored, or they have a variety of flavors. The unflavored is actually a little tart and bitter. The flavored ones are the way to go. But I get Big Noise and mix it with Double Tap. I have that coming in from the Black Friday deal for Redcon 1. So that's what I would recommend. That's the non-stem that I like to use because I do go on and off of Total War to kind of, because like I get a lot of caffeine, especially cutting right now. I'm down 12 pounds since the cut started. So fatigued, achy, everything hurts every morning. I got to do a lot of stretching. A cut. It's a damn cut. But sorry to stop, guys. I know it got me behind some more, but that's a unique question that I wanted to make sure to answer. Jesus Christ. You guys, I love how active you guys are. But the only problem is I get so far behind the second I start talking about pin one comment and talk for a minute. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. D, what's going on? I've seen it a bunch of times, actually. How do you move? I still haven't done it yet. I need to get around to it. I hate that post office too. So we're close to the bottom. I'm going to stop right here. Kellen decided to throw some Spice Bomb Extreme. Why do I smell like a grandpa? You don't. You're showing your age if you think Spice Bomb Extreme makes you smell like a grandpa. You're showing that you're 15 right now, Kellen. Your age is hanging out. I'm just giving you a hard time. So I think we need to start with Monkey Special, personally. Now, I haven't looked at the notes on any of these except Ani X. That's the only one I've looked at the notes before. But this is some really nice decants. Look how thick the glass is. And that's plenty of juice. That's probably a little over 2 ml. So shout outs to Jared Miller. Go right here on the hand. I have no idea what to expect. I have no clue what it smells like. All I know is this shit is popular. This is a hype monster right here. That's all I know. Ooh, it's a little funky and spicy. I didn't expect that. I expected more mass appeal and crowd pleaser in the opening. It's like a very dry tobacco, earthy smell. Like it smells like a dry, like pipe tobacco. Pretty confident that's what's going on here. That's what it smells like in this opening, pipe tobacco. Very much. Ooh, it's quality. This is good. I mean, it's Xerjoff. Like I expected, synthetic, you know? Yeah, it smells like a dry pipe tobacco. That's all I can, with a little bit of spice. Woodsy. This is very much like a autumn vibe. Sure, you can wear this in winter. I would not want to wear this in summer or spring. Maybe a cool spring day or cool spring evening, but far from anything I would want to touch for summer. This is straight up dry pipe, non-flavored pipe tobacco. This is leafy, or really more like that shredded pipe tobacco, like bagged pipe tobacco. You know what I mean? Not cherry flavors scented or anything like that, or flavored, however you look at it. I never smoked a pipe, but I have smelled pipe tobacco. I've had people in my life that have smoked pipes over the years, and no, not just pot, just actual tobacco. There's a little bit of sweetness creeping in to kind of smooth it out and add a little touch of creamy, but not much. It's still pretty dry. This is really good. I understand why people like this, but it very much resembles pipe tobacco. Let's see what the notes are. Whoops. All right. Let's see what we're working with here. It smells like tobacco to me. And if there's no tobacco, then I don't know. It smells like frickin' tobacco. Sweet, spicy, leathery, fruity, woody. Passion fruit, rum, Bulgarian geranium, Calabrian bergamot, leather, patchouli, cinnamon, definitely cinnamon, Australian sandalwood, caramel, ambergris, labdanum, musk, tonka bean, vanilla. It smells like an earthy, dry pipe tobacco to me. It really does. I could see where it would be more of a dry leather. That makes sense, but it's an earthy, it's much more earthy than I anticipated. It smells like pipe tobacco. I can't get away from that. I'm surprised to not see a tobacco note of some kind, but that's what the hell I get from it. And this sweetness is coming in. Could be tonka bean, vanilla, caramel, could be a combination of them, but I don't really get rum. I'm a little surprised to see the boozy note. Completely sniffing this Iommi. Shiffing. Shiffing? What does shiffing mean? You must be a Patriots fan that's in another country, because what is shiffing? That's not an American term. And if it is, it's not a Southern American term. I don't know what that means, but that's what it smells like to me. That sounds nothing like Iommi. Sweet as Iommi's main accord. I'd be worried about a fake. And it smells like dry tobacco to me. It's getting much sweeter, and I'm getting much more spice, but that opening was very, very dry and earthy to me. That's why I assumed, yeah, I don't know what the hell that means. It's shiffing. Speak to me in American English. I don't know what the shit that means. It is getting much sweeter and spicier, that's for sure, but it's still pretty dry overall. But yeah, I was convinced that it was like a pipe tobacco, because it's just so dry and earthy at the top. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the way, this is a real possibility. Maybe it's the way these particular oils are coming off on me. Because I've heard some crazy shit from some people that is like, wow, it doesn't smell like that at all to me. This might be one of those fragrances for me, where it's just kind of a wild thing. Like, it's perplexing divine, because like, that's not at all what it smells like to me. That's how it's coming across on me, man. It's strange. We don't say shiffing in the South. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that means. To me, it's a sweet chocolatey patchouli fragrance with mild leathery facets. And look, maybe as it develops, that probably will turn into that. But this opening was just so dry and earthy that I was convinced it was pipe tobacco. It's very cinnamon dominant at this point. Like, it's very cinnamon spicy. Like, I'm not surprised that cinnamon's there because it's kind of taking over with a little bit of sweetness and, you know, underlying in the backdrop. I don't get a chocolatey tone from the patchouli though, but I mean, I'm sure that's contributing to this earthiness that I'm getting, but I don't get chocolatey. Again, could just be the way it's reacting on my skin, the way it comes across to me. I mean, that's clear. That's what's going on. It's what I'm smelling. So clearly that's not what the notes describe for the most part. Definitely not that earthy tobacco smell I thought I was getting. But I mean, the cinnamon and the sweetness, all that makes sense, the earthiness, but this patchouli doesn't come across chocolatey to me. But sweet, spicy, leathery, that does make sense. Fruity, not so much on me. Like, I don't get passion fruit at all. I would have never guessed that was there. I would have never guessed that kind of fruity note was there. Maybe it's just kind of falling flat on me, and I don't have anything prior on my hands. These were bare. I haven't had anything sprayed on my hands in a couple of days. So at least 2 days, maybe 3 days since the last time I sprayed something on my hands. It's getting much sweeter though. It's not blowing me away. You know, I understand why people would like this. The quality is definitely upper echelon, which you would definitely expect from Xerjoff. It's just not my style. I mean, it is and it isn't. Like, it's not like, oh my God, 9 out of 10. It's not that for me. I think this is more along the lines of like 7.5 out of 10, where I do think it's very good fragrance. It's just not something that wows me. Maybe it's because of how it's coming across on me. Maybe it's high expectation and not that expectation not being met when I actually smell it, because there's some real hype behind this one. It is a nice fragrance though. Through full wearing, that could change. It could go up from there, but my first thoughts, my initial thoughts on this, very good fragrance, not mind-blowing. Indoors test also matters. This is a true fall winter fragrance. I mean, that makes total sense. This is a in the moment, smelling the beginning of the fragrance kind of thing. This isn't putting some sprays around my neck and going on about my day and spending time with it, which I'm going to do. I definitely have enough to do so. But I think 7.5 out of 10 just based on the quality alone, and that it is very pleasing. I can understand why this is kind of a rock star for a lot of people. I think 7.5 out of 10 is fair for what I'm smelling and how it comes across to me. Might be disappointing some of you guys, but again, it's just my opinion. It's just in the moment and how it's coming across to me. Definitely has room to grow with its with my opinion on it. That's for sure. Let's pull that away. Good to see you. Sneaking in to watch this live. Salute to Frag Community. Salute to Ross 411 Fragrance. I appreciate you. Stream is turning into a shift show. There we go. Thanks again for hosting the giveaways yesterday. Indeed. Good to see you, Josh. I'm going to shower in a minute for a funeral. So do Babycat next. I'll do Babycat next. Damn, you got to go to a funeral? I get heavy church incense, almost like walking past the hippie store. I kind of understand where you're coming from with that. That makes sense. I totally understand what you mean here. I have it down as an 8.5. Not top 5 Xerjoff for me, but they have better product. That's fair. That's kind of in the ballpark of where I'm at. A little bit higher, obviously, but it's impressive. Just not like, holy shit, this is so great for my taste. You know. Hope everyone's having a good day. Wearing Cedrat Boise. Excellent choice. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into Babycat. My man Ryan's got a funeral to get ready for, so we've got plenty of Babycat. It's almost full with a lot of Babycat. 2 good sprays. So Rifakat is a very vanilla cedar heavy base with a lot of pepper and incense. Pink pepper, black pepper incense combo. Really bright, vibrant, spicy, smoky. So I'm pretty amped up about this. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I highly doubt Jared Miller bought a fake Tony Iommi Monkey Special. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, no, it is not. It's just how it smells to me. Not a holy shift fragrance, exactly. Now this is, Babycat is, whoo. Oh, let's say it then. Holy shit. Yes, this is the one. Oh, man. So I can tell you right now, Paris Corner's version does smell extremely similar, but can't touch the quality. This is some quality right here. This is phenomenal. Oh, it's a spiced vanilla. Very woodsy, but not like crap cedar. You know how they have those sharp garbage cedar oils in certain designer fragrances? Not here. This is a really good cedar wood note. This is so fucking good. 9.5 out of 10 without even looking at the notes. I can tell you right now. God, Babycat's phenomenal. Shit. Yeah. I'm not going to finish this decant. I'm going to have to secure a bottle. This is phenomenal. This is great. This is, look, I was very impressed by the clone. This is way better than the clone. The original is way better than the clone. Way better. And I was very impressed by Paris Corner. Paris Corner does a great job with it, but they can't touch the original. No. The spice, the way this pepper spice comes across, it's blended so smoothly. It's not overly peppery, tickle the nose kind of, but it's clearly a black pepper. So good. Let's look at these notes. God, this is good. And this is hard to find. God, this is going to be hell, but I got to have it. Sweet, smoky, spicy, resinous, leathery, black pepper, elemi resin, pink pepper, frankincense resin, saffron, vanilla, cedar wood, suede. Yes, yes, more yes, all the yes. 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Jesus. Babycat's legit. So Paris Corner's version's a cheaper pepper. It's still beautiful. It really is. Like, I hate to shortchange Rifakat because it really is good. They did a great job. But Babycat's just, it's on its own tier. Like, you're taking at least 2 steps back from Babycat to Rifakat because the quality difference and the smoothness is very noticeable. Very noticeable. But for the like 30 to 40 bucks you're going to pay for the Paris Corner version, and it's easy to find, it really is a great option for somebody that doesn't want to spend the time and money to secure a bottle of Babycat. But I can tell you right now, my ass is getting a bottle of Babycat before January 1st. TLTG's ass is getting a bottle of this. This is phenomenal. This is one of the best fragrances I've smelled this year. Oh, this is so me. So smoky, spicy, and creamy. This is so me. So good. Oh, man. Jesus. I'm in the chat. Good to see y'all. He's finally getting his nose on the good. Yeah. So, Jared, I got this weird pipe tobacco from Tony Iommi at first, and the cinnamon started to creep in and the sweetness and everything. I gave it a 7.5. Not really my jam, but Babycat's a 9.5. I'm sure you're seeing all of this. Blown away by Babycat. Thank you. Holy shit. Thank you. I definitely will be getting a bottle of this. $3.09 a piece. See, that's the downside. The shit's so expensive, but I'm going to have to get a bottle of it. I want a smaller bottle. I don't need the 100. I think it's 100 ml, and I think you can get a 50 ml too. If I remember correctly, I think they have a smaller bottle because I'll, that bottle will probably outlive me, so I don't need a big bottle. I'm going to do some research and see what I can do. It's hard to move on. Because now I'm eager to check out Tuxedo, because I've smelled most renditions of Tuxedo, but never Tuxedo. And it's in the same line, so I'm sure it's going to blow away everything else I've ever smelled that smells like Tuxedo. To anyone that can find Babycat, very similar, both made by Dominique. Ropion. What's going on? Good to see you, Randy. Wearing magnetic. Hell yeah, that's good stuff. And then Ropion's shithousery continued after he released the same fragrance for Penhaligon's this year too. Really? It smells just like Babycat? Because maybe the Penhaligon's fragrance I can get at a better price. I don't know, because this is the jam for me. If I have to purchase it from the YSL site, I will. I must have it. Sample it first. Sample it first, man, because it is not cheap. Oh, it's not cheap. Everyone hypes Tuxedo, but YSL has some incredible fragrances in that collection. Kaftan is probably my favorite. Haven't smelled Babycat, but I have Rifakat. And look, that, like I said, Paris Corner's version is really good, but it can't touch the original. And that's 99.9% of the time, guys. There's a ton of great clones out there and interpretations and twists and inspirations, and I'm here for all of them. I enjoy them. I love reviewing them and talking about them with you guys. But I'll tell you what, if you have the original, you're going to want to wear the original. There's certain exceptions. Like I was saying with Wild Le Parfum, I've been wearing Fragrance World's version more, and I have Wild Le Parfum right the hell here. It just smells so close. It's a quicker reach. I just go with that. But that's also a designer fragrance, whereas we're talking niche versus Middle Eastern cheap clone. The quality is always going to be a big gap. Not always going to be a big gap, but most of the time going to be a big gap. And there's a big gap here. Absolutely big gap. I need a sample of that Babycat. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Great videos, by the way. I appreciate that. Maybe top 10 bottles to just pick up and sniff. I could do that because there's a lot of bottles that you guys don't really see in the weekly rotation that I pull the cap and sniff all the time. I just don't spray them on skin, but I constantly pull the cap and smell them. That's a great idea, Anthony, because I do have a certain number of fragrances that you never see in the rotations, but I smell them all the time. It's a good idea. So the clone is, I'll pin it for you again. Gasaway named it. So it's Rifakat, the very last word in this comment, the R word. It's from Paris Corner. I have a bottle of it. It's really, really good. It is a great clone of it. But there's a big enough difference. There's a huge price difference. So the quality difference won't matter to a lot of people because we're talking $35 versus $300. You know, think $40, whatever it is, versus $300. So Jared, you still copying Xerjoff from Hustle Man, according to some in the chat. Yeah, for real. Feeling Babycat was going to be amazing. Yeah, I'm blown away. I heard that too. Look, worst case scenario, I got the experience, and I can at least do several wearings and some test sprays. I mean, Jared hooked me up with plenty. That's like probably 4 ml in there, 3 to 4 ml. That's more than 3 ml. That's about 4 ml, I would say. That's a lot of sprays. So good. We need to move on, but it's hard to move on. 125 ml. Okay, so it's a big one. Do they have a 75 ml perhaps, or like a 40 ml? Because I would be for that. Whoops. I accidentally closed off Parfumo. Let's go to Yves Saint Laurent. I just want to see from their site, YSL Beauty, if it's even on their website. Of course, we got to have a stupid pop-up for no reason. Babycat. It doesn't even come up on the site. Shit. Well, there you have it. That tells you everything you need. When I go to YSL Beauty's website and I type in Babycat, everything else in the line comes up but Babycat. It's a good niche fragrance for me to get into niche. One that's worth the big bucks. Depends on, $80 might be the big bucks to you. $200 might be the big bucks. I don't know. I would say dive into Mancera. That's a safer move. Find some, do some testing, get some discovery. So you can get discovery sets for like $40 and try a bunch of stuff, or just get individual samples, or go to decant sites and get a bunch of small decants. I would say Mancera is somewhere for you to dabble. Big fan of the house. They got a lot of offerings, and you can get them for decent prices. $70, $80 for most of them for 4-ounce bottles. I've heard that too. What's going on, Spencer? Ren Height from Fragrance World. It's in the lineup behind me. It's right here. At a duty free once, both great. So we're going to go with Tuxedo next. Where's it at? So here's Tuxedo. I got to take the tape off of it. We're doing Tuxedo next. So let's see what all of Angel's hype is about. For those of you who don't know who Angel is, that is Cubano. And this is his favorite fragrance. Has been for years. We're going on top of the wrist right here. 2 good sprays. YSL Tuxedo. I'll let that alcohol wear off for a second. Been wanting Babycat for a while now. One day. Well, it's just, if it is discontinued, it's not going to get easier. Atomize between sprays. Believe it or not, it's Artisan Blue. That's good stuff. It's good. Last days on clothes. Yeah. 4 to 5 ml. Yeah, it's about 4 ml, I think. I think it's a 5 ml decan. It's just not tip-top full. About 4 ml. That's plenty. The bottle is, but I doubt they're the same fragrance. 75 ml. Okay, yeah, see, I would want the 75 ml. Round $2 super chat. Thank you, Ross. Tuxedo is amazing. Catch you later. My condolences for your loved ones. You know, sending prayers out to your family. It's unfortunate when you got to go put a loved one to rest. But thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us for a little bit before you head to the funeral, my man. Or I would assume wake. I would assume it's a wake since it's in the evening on a Tuesday. But thank you. Thank you so much, Ryan. Boss number 6, Boss Bottled. I think it's one of the greatest fragrances of the 90s and one of the best original men's DNAs ever created. That's my thoughts. Prodalome Intense, good stuff. Yeah, it was only for a few weeks. Heard it was happening to Tuxedo. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, noted. Just grabbed Lemon Line. Yeah, it's, if you like lemon, it's a beautiful, sharp lemon. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Since I saw a review of Rafakat. That is good, but it does smell like all the different ones that I've smelled. The best quality, though, I mean, it's clearly the best quality is going to be the original. I mean, because this is like their private line, right? Or their upper echelon, anyways. I don't know if they necessarily call it a private line, but it's really good, Tuxedo. It's not blowing me away like Babycat. Babycat's the one. Babycat's the one. Like, I don't think anything's going to top its 9.5 that I gave it. Or nothing. I don't expect Torino21 or the X flankers from Nishane to be like, oh my God. Babycat did that to me. And I'm not saying those can't. But I think the likelihood's going to be a little bit lower that that's going to happen. This is really ambery. A little bit of this like creamy patchouli smell to it. Like it's a bright benzoin type of amberiness to it. Like it's got a freshness to it. A little sweet. I don't get a dominating peppered spice like I do in some of the clones or inspired by fragrances. Like, I don't get a pepperiness to this. Maybe it settles into it, but if it is there, it's blended, hiding in the background. Maybe it's just not jumping off my skin, but this is a very smooth and refined fragrance, very classy, hence the name Tuxedo. It makes sense. This is a classy fragrance. I get the similarity with Moustache EDP. I get the similarity with Cravat Noir that EJ made, but those had their own twist. Like EJ's was super peppery and a lot of patchouli, where I got more of a patchouli vanilla smell out of Moustache EDP. I haven't tried Alhambra's version or Latafa's, whichever one it is. That's real pop. Suits, whichever Fragrance World, whoever's that is. Suits is supposed to be a really good clone, but it's not really popping off the skin, but my nose could be wearing out because both of these on my hands are pretty strong. I could be getting a little bit of olfactive fatigue. That could be the case. So I'm not sure. YSL Canada has it back in stock for $370. Shit, that's a lot. I mean, I say that when I just spent like $800 at Fragrance Buy this past weekend. But I got a lot of shit coming for that. I got like 12 or 13 fragrances to talk about with you guys. So got a lot for my money. And it was some deals and shit too. So, ooh, another whiff of Babycat. So let's look at the notes on Tuxedo, shall we? Let me screen share. because I don't want to put a grade on it yet. I mean, I'm kind of thinking what they're averaging here. Spicy, woody, sweet, floral, oriental, violet leaf. So that's where the freshness is coming from. Okay. It gives it a little bit more of an ozonic brightness, more so than like an aquatic feel, because violet leaf can be metallic, it can be watery, it can be a few different things. Bergamot, coriander seed, black pepper. So there's two different types of spices. And it's not like they're putting main accord of spicy. It's not all that spicy on me. Babycat's way spicier than this. I get a little bit of the spice coming in more, but it's not heavy. Lily of the Valley rose, patchouli, ambergris, bourbon, vanilla. It's got an ambery smell to me, like a benzoin. It very much smells like benzoin. It is good. It is good. I think 8.5, what it's rated here, I think I'm right in line with that. I think it's great. I do think Babycat's a full point better, though, at outstanding 9.5, but they are both phenomenal. I get why Angel's a big fan of this one. It's clean and classy for such a casual fella such as himself. Streetwear, urban style, and everything. Very much like the New York version of me in many ways, but he's much more expensive than I am. He wears all the designer shit. Shout outs to my man Kuba. His favorite fragrance is a very elegant and classy fragrance. You know, it just speaks to different personalities with different tastes. You know, I totally get it. 8.5 out of 10. Great. Yeah. I think I'm in line with what everybody's rating it here. Ranked 90 in unisex perfume. So it's high ranked. It's in the top 100 on the site. And there's hundreds of thousands of fragrances on the site. It is good stuff, guys. It is definitely good stuff. What's up, Mitch? Congrats on 100K. Wearing one more signature. Tom Ford Noir. Got red tobacco this week. New 23 batch magnetic cap. I don't get beast mode. 2 spray and it don't last all day, even with 7 sprays. You sure you're not going to Nosmic to it? Are you sure? Only here for a few minutes, still at work. Hidden Gems, I appreciate you being here nonetheless, my man. I have the Tux, harder to find now, but really great. Haven't tried Tuxedo. The moment slowly fades away as it dries, and that's why all the takes smell the same. That makes sense. Like I said, it's not mind-blowing to me, but it is a very classy aroma. It very much elegance in a bottle kind of thing. But not one where I'm like, ooh, I got to drop 300 and get this. Nope. Babycat does that to me. Babycat's the one for me. Nishane is not really my kind of house, and I love Nishane, honestly. I don't know. I haven't tried it. That's one of the ones I was talking about. I don't know if it's Fragrance World, Latafa one. I think it's Fragrance World is which one Suits is. It's cherry almond. It's a cherry and almond based fragrance. Very sweet. Little powdery, not much, but more so about cherry and almond. So it's got like this creamy, slightly bitter, nutty tone to it because almond is the main signature note for the line. With a not quite a sour cherry, but it's a fresher cherry. It's not like a dark cherry. Tuxedo gets better as it dries, and that's where it's a real killer. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. It just I kind of peaked with Babycat, I think, to where everything's going to underwhelm me now. Because I probably should have saved it, but Ryan was requesting it because he had to go. So we kind of went with what's probably my taste the most out of this group. We kind of peaked already. Best bet start sampling those decants go a long way. I agree. Golden Park, Boz bottled. German YSL Babycat for $250, sold out of the 75. Damn. Yeah, I'd like to get the 75. God, I'm smelling Babycat again. I put my hand up. Oh my God, this is so good. This is so good, guys. I love this. Absolutely love this. Gents are very reserved today. Okay. I want to spend $800 on fragrances. Black Friday is so bad, but priorities. Well, you got to understand, I allot myself a certain amount. It's a write-off for me as well. It's what I do. I review fragrances. So it's a little different for me. You got to remember, I monetize my passion. is how I like to put it. So there's monetization involved for me doing this. One of the reasons I buy so many fragrances, you know, is constantly having new stuff to talk about, new stuff to review, new experiences, continue to develop my nose and my palate and all the things that come along with it. I fucking love what I do, guys. Love the life that I've been allowed to have because of you guys. Got my Tonka Cola Prada Black and Arabian's Tonka. Shh. So the wife doesn't know. Oh, wow. Said it before, say it again. Smells like urine mixed with old beer in an ashtray. My mom almost threw up when she smelled it on a paper strip. Not joking. Well, there's somebody that does not like Tony Iommi Monkey Special. Wowzer. It's too expensive and not that special original to be my certain ones, though. Certain ones of that jam. Smells like Terre d'Hermes without the vetiver. I spent way more than $800. It was like 19. Oh, Jesus. $339. That's just so much money for one fragrance, man. Moschino Toy Boy. Definitely got some buyer's remorse after that huge spin, but I won't be buying anything until Exxence in 20. So I'm hoping to go to Exxence. I'm not able to go to Sin Explore. I'm not going to be able to make it, but Exxence is what I'm targeting. I want to go this year. I wanted to go this past year. It didn't work out. I want to go this year, and I plan on going. I can't guarantee it. It's pricey. It's expensive. It's not cheap to go fly to the other side, you know, over the ocean to Europe and, you know, rooms and all these different things that are going to come along with the travel. But I really would like to. I would say I'm like 80% my ass is going. John Barbados Dark Rebel Rider. I asked my family to smell it and had to get up close to detect it, but it smells so good. Rick's in the house wearing YSL Loam, modern men's classic. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you get an hour and you can't smell it anymore. It's a great hour while you can smell it. It's a phenomenal DNA. Just checked. Order suits is Fragrance World. Okay, I wasn't sure. What's going on, Jonathan? Good to see you. I'm Waj Honor Man. I would assume Honor Man, anyways. So, all right, let's see. Best Tuxedo clone has to be Do As Tux. It's so close. When I compared it, I kicked the real Tuxedo out of my cart. I'll be damned. So, I know you're just getting here, Rick. So I'm a Babycat guy. I gave it a 9.5. I need to buy one of these expensive ass bottles. I mean, I still have plenty here, but Babycat, so fucking good. So good. Definitely better than the clone. God, I just spend this stream sniffing on Babycat, guys. I am loving this fragrance. Not quite, because the Solar Blue is way more wearable. I could wear that year round. This, not so much. This ain't going to do well in the heat. The Solar Blue, I can wear anytime. That adds to your high mark. That's the half a point difference right there from 9.5 to 10. There's your half a point on why Solar Blue gets to 10. Because you can wear that. I can wear that anytime for anything. Whereas this, it's reserved to milder to cooler days because it is not going to favor well in heat, especially not humid South Panhandle, you know, Southern Gulf States Panhandle type of humidity and heat. Shit, this is good though. All right, we need to move on to another one. We need to move on to another fragrance here. So, all right, let me scroll down, find a decent spot to stop. So we're to the bottom. Eventually not Vanilla Oud at top. I don't know, but it might get in the top 5 though. To the point to where I still need to get a bottle of Tigar too. That's what stopped me from doing that. Is that's $300 plus. That's what stopped me from that too. So what do I want to do next? Where's it at? Where's Torino21? We're doing Torino21. This is compliments adjacent. We're going to do this one next. We went some heavier stuff. I know this is supposed to be a fresher fragrance. I've just never smelled it. So we're going on top of the wrist. 2 good sprays. Xerjoff Torino21. Another, you know, pretty much hype beast. Ooh, that's like a minty citrus. Sporty. Let some of that alcohol dissipate a little bit. I think so. Yeah. To me, it is. Wish you prefer 1 million parfum or strong with you intensely. I got a lean 1 million parfum. I'll wear that in more situations than strong with you intensely. Got my nose on Victory Elixir, and man, that is a beautiful scent. Or what? That's one of my favorite designer releases of the year. Guy's really aiming high. There you go. Got to try Babycat because apparently Tuxedo's in my tops. Tigar has a lot of takes as well. So I've heard I can get really close, like satisfy the need for the quality with Arrakis or Arrakis, however you say it, from Spirit of Kings. And I get that for right over $100, I think, a little over $100. So I might go that route. I've been thinking that for a while because I love Tygar. Don't get me wrong, I like my clones, but after smelling Tygars, man, I need the real deal. The real deal's another case, just like with Babycat. The real deal's better, just way better. Ooh, minty, like a leafy fresh green and citrus. Very bright, very uplifting, invigorating, full of vigor. It's a vigorous type of scent profile. There's like a fresh green, slight spice kind of zestiness to this. It's watery, but it's like got a mint leaf green smell to it. Very fresh, but still kind of sporty. Because correct me if I'm wrong, these Torino fragrances are for tennis, right? I don't follow tennis, but I believe that's what the Torino series is for. Oh, this is nice. This is real. I understand why people like this one. This is a happy fragrance. This one will put a smile on your face. It's not, most super fresh fragrances like this aren't the most original things in the world. No, it doesn't remind me of any one fragrance, but it's such a fragrance that I could absolutely get a lot of use out of here. But I have so many fresh fragrances. It's like, do I need to drop the money on an expensive freshie? But you can get a little over $100, I think. Mid 100s from discounters. Like when Fragrance Buy has it in stock, it's not too bad. This is lively. This is a lively scent profile. So I'm sticking with that. There's a little bit of something given a touch of green spice, mint leaf. I'm thinking the minty leafy type of smell. So very green and fresh with some watery citrus. Let's see what we're working with here. Torino21. Join the club. 8.5 out of 10, 1,300 plus ratings. Damn. Fresh citrus, green, spicy floral. I'll be that mint, lemon, basil. So there's my green mint leaf, citrus, my green spice. It is a very straightforward scent. Okay. Thyme, jasmine, rosemary. There's some more green spice. Black currant, really. Lavender, some aromatics. Add a little bit of brightness. Clean musk. Vervain. What the hell is vervain? Some type of floral note. I'm not familiar. But this is a beautiful fresh fragrance. It kind of a little bit reminds me of Aqua Celestia Forte from MFK. A little bit. You know what? This is about the only thing this thing's good for. Let's go Torino21. I hate going here, but I just got to see because sometimes the smells like section can be helpful. It can be really stupid too, but it can be helpful sometimes. Does anyone else think that? Yep. There it is. Aqua Celestia Forte, which is pretty much my favorite MFK fragrance. Maybe that's why I like this so much. So yeah, it's some redundancy because I'm like, man, this is zesty. It's minty. It's green. It's citrus. It's like, man, it's getting more and more familiar the more I smell it. That's why. The Melody of the Sun? Not as much for that. I guess I kind of get it. You or someone like you. Okay, but this, yeah, I definitely get this. I definitely get that from it. So this is going to be a pass for me, but 9 out of 10. Outstanding freshie. I just have Aqua Celestia Forte, and it's very similar. It's very similar. I'm glad I thought I was like, if there's anywhere that would tell me if anyone else is thinking it, it's going to be Trollgrantica's shithole. Sure enough, it's the third highest ranked one. It definitely smells very similar. Not the exact same fragrance, but very similar. This is a little bit spicier than Aqua Celestia Forte, but that's like the biggest difference is this is spicier. Aqua Celestia Forte is just fresh and green. It lacks the spice. So I think it's amazing. It's an amazing fragrance. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, but I will not buy a bottle because it is way too redundant, I think. It's Aqua Celestia Forte. So there you go. See, it can be highly rated and me not buy a bottle. Looking at you, Absolute Aventus. See, that video is a prime example of, saying, giving it a high rating, but saying, I'm just not going to buy it. It's too pricey, and getting criticized for, well, how could you say it's great, but you're not going to buy it? I review fragrances. I don't have to buy every fucking fragrance. So, guys, you should read some of the comments I get. So, with that said, Goldfield and Banks, one was quite solid. Royal Oud get compliments. Royal Oud's so good. I haven't smelled it in so long. I smelled it with Justin one time. They still have that going, though. Jesus, I'm not spinning that. Intense Drapoise, excellent choice. Yeah, it definitely screams spring, just like Aqua Celestia Forte does. Very much. People say it's similar to Aqua Doria, which I love. Yeah, I haven't tried it. Tarothi Blue is close. The quality can't even come close, though. It's a real nice minty citrus scent. Does remind me a little bit of some lemon toilet air fresheners you can buy it. But it is what it is. That's a funny comparison. I'll try to pick up a 30 ml that Babycat. The new Creed was kicking the cubes at over $400. So you bought Absolute Aventus, huh? I love the fragrance. It's just like, I don't need it. I just wanted to try it and test it and review it. And I got to do that. And I still have mini sprays if I want to just wear it out and about. And even if I was to wear it out and about and just go somewhere for 2 hours and get 5 compliments, it's not going to be like, holy shit, I guess I need to buy it. I'm not completely wrapped up and have to have compliments. It's nice when it happens. It's noteworthy. It's a talking point when talking about fragrances on the internet. But I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's one of the best releases of the year. I just can't justify it. Hence, with Babycat, like 300's pushing it for me. It's pushing it for me, but I like it. I think I like that more than Aventus Absolute Aventus. I got to make sure to say it correctly. So that's one I can see myself dropping $300 on. As much as I don't want to drop $300 on one fragrance. It is good. It is definitely good. Scrolling down, I may pick up 40 knots. 40 knots is great. I love 40 knots. Okay, so that's what it is in Turin, Italy. Yeah, okay. T23 was horrible. My worst blind buy in years. I'll be damned. Arrow's Flame. Found the opening to be not for me at all, but after 23. I like that it's more about orange than apple versus the original DNA. And it's a bit more woodsy. It's a little spicier. It's got more character. I think it's the best one, personally. Teach their own. Teach their own. You might love the EDT. And it's my least favorite one. I mean, I still like it, but I like the EDP and the Parfum more than the EDT. And I like Flame more than all of them. Justin, good to see you. Missed the 100K live. Congratulations. Hard work's paying off. Code EDP. My favorite version of Code. Good to see you. Thank you, man. Cosmorati Mephisto Gentiluomo. I don't have that one. I have regular Mephisto, which I love. I love that fragrance. That's like my favorite metallic fragrance. Looking red today. I'm wearing a lot of red. It's really working with the skin tone more, I guess. You could possibly try Montal Blue Matcha, a unique blue. I've been told that before. I've been told that recently. Ralph's Club EDP and Initio Rehab. You don't like those? I mean, hey, everybody's got different tastes, but yeah, I think those are both quite nice. Picked up Tudor from Paris Corner Tuxedo Clone. I like it better than Alhambra's the Tux. Speaking of high quality freshies, picked up Jasada Ambassador for $68. That's a good price. Mango Sauvage. If you like Sauvage and you like tropical fruity fragrances, meld them together and you get Ambassador. I can see that comparison. Main scent actually mimics that of you or someone like you. Well, that was the number one thing people compared it to. So there you go. Seems like you guys are in line with that. They're like baby wipes. Oh, shit. So some people don't understand the value proposition. Yeah, value is individualistic. The way I put value on something, the next person may have a completely different valuation on it. Yeah, for sure. For sure. No, not toothpaste type of. It's not a synthetic mint. That's why I stress when I'm talking about a more natural mint, I say mint leaf, like actual sniffing mint leaves. If you've ever smelled those in person, like not just hearing about it, like actually smelled like a handful of leaves. Mint is a plant. It grows. That synthetic mint, yeah, you're going to get bubble gum and toothpaste and stuff like that. But the quality mint leaf smell, it's very distinctive. It doesn't like the toothpaste mint and the leafy mint. Pretty easy to tell a difference. Even if you haven't smelled thousands of fragrances, if you smell 20 fragrances, if you smell the two, you're like, that smells more like what real mint would be. That one smells more like gum. You know, it's pretty easy to tell. All right, scrolling down, I got to skip ahead a little bit, guys. We have a few more fragrances. We're over an hour, 170 viewers. We've got 128 likes. I appreciate you guys. It's a pretty good ratio. Let's see. I swore I wouldn't buy the sewer water. This absolutely gets here Friday. We can only be so strong, Rick. We can only be so strong. We're all human. 40 knots. Smelled like baby wipes. Really? Damn, that's one of my favorites from Xerjoff. That's good stuff. Would you say it leans more towards Sedley or Reflection Man? Which fragrance? Because none of what I've sprayed so far leans towards either of those. So I don't know if you're asking somebody else or me. I do. I just never got around to buying it. I have a sample that Clifton sent to me, one of the little box Xerjoff samples a couple of years ago. That's how I was able to spend some time with it and get some experience with it. It's a beautiful, rich honey tobacco smell. It's great fragrance. I understand why people love it. Is a dud, but well, that's the next two that we're getting into. If you had to keep one, would you rather keep 1 million line with the discontinued flankers or the Spice Bomb line? Damn, Adam, why you want to do that? I thought you liked me. Why would you ask me something like that? Son of a bitch. Shit, that's hard. I got to go with Spice Bomb. I hate that I got to, in this situation, I got to nix the 1 million line, but I got to go Spice Bomb line here. I prefer it. It's one of my favorite lines ever made. So I love the 1 million line, but not as much as the Spice Bomb line. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I was thinking T21. Okay, yeah, no. I don't think it does. It smells great, though. If you like minty citrus, it's a great fragrance. So I'm more curious about Ani X. This used to be a Creed decant, I'm guessing, because there is a Creed label behind it. Let me adjust the focus so you guys can see. You see Creed right there? It used to be Creed. Let's see what we're working with here. So we're going to go under the forearm right here, mid-forearm wrist area. This is Nishane's Ani X. I have looked at the notes before. The main thing that jumped out to me was watery notes, a watery accord of some sort. So if this is basically Ani but fresher, you lose the warmth and the richness, and it's a fresh, watery take, I'm going to love it. I'll love it. So we'll see. It still has Ani's DNA, and it is fresher, but I wouldn't sit here and call it aquatic. A little bit, and it didn't lose the spice. It's more of a fresh spice. It's still very much Ani. The opening smells pretty redundant. It's pretty damn redundant. It's got that distinctive benzoin vanilla that I love about Ani, though. I mean, it's Ani with some subtle changes. This is more expensive than Ani, right? Just get Ani. Just get Ani. It is slightly fresher, but it's not different enough, at least not in this opening. This opening doesn't differentiate it enough to say, yes, you need the X flanker. I mean, if you just love the DNA that much and you want to try the variation, sample first. Thank you, Jason. Sample first. Now, there was potential for a collaboration to where I was going to get it sent to me, and I mean, I'm not going to turn it down. I would still like to get a bottle of it. I love it. I'm not going to turn it down because it's somebody I work with all the time. It is fresher. It does smell a bit fresher. It's not as heavy, but it damn sure smells just like Ani. Let's pull these notes up. I'm curious. I don't remember them exactly, but I do remember a watery accord. How did that not just come up? Was there other Nishane Ani X's out there? What the hell? So sweet, fruity, citrus, spicy, creamy, honeydew melon, aquatic notes, lemon, bergamot, blue ginger, pink pepper, cardamom, rose, blackcurrant, green apple, patchouli. That's the ginger that's standing out to me. Green apple, patchouli, sage, lavender, cashmere wood, vanilla, white musk, sandalwood, ambergris, cedarwood. It's so that fresh, spicy tone I'm getting and this creaminess it's got to be this ginger because it is a little gingerish, if you will. It's fresh and spicy ani versus warm, ambery, spicy ani. That's the trade-off. Like, it's not wildly different. It's not a great change. I feel like some lemon. Is there lemon? There's lemon and honeydew melon. So I feel like I'm getting more of a lemon cake vanilla kind of thing settling in a little bit. It is changing a bit. I don't get that from regular ani. Connection is unstable. Lovely. So I hope my audio is not being choppy. I apologize if it is. That's why I switched over so I could see. Sorry for the tunnel. But I have it on low res. Like on YouTube, I got it on 144p. So it takes as little bandwidth as possible so I can still have YouTube open. I really like it. Don't love it. Because I don't think it's different enough from ani to warrant saying, guys, you should absolutely look into this. Sample first. This is an absolute must sample first if you have ani. If you don't have ani, this might be better for you. This might be a better fragrance. It is fresher. It's centered around the ginger, the citrus, the freshness, while still being true to ani's DNA. I do like that quite a bit. It's an 8.5 out of 10. It's a great fragrance. It's a great fragrance. But it's not different enough. I can tell some different. I can definitely pick up differences here, but it's not different enough. Not enough to have both. Super redundant. Super, super redundant. I don't know if Fan Your Flames X is going to be a similar situation. I like it a lot, though. I like it a lot. Where I think Ani's a 9 out of 10, this is an 8.5. Too redundant to have both. I won't buy this, but if that collaboration ends up happening with So Avant-Garde, yeah, sure. That was one of the bottles I requested for an upcoming collaboration before I got this decant. I'm not going to change my mind on it. I'll still test and wear it and probably review it and all that good stuff. But I'm not going to buy it. I'm being transparent with you guys. I would like to thank you guys, appreciate and respect that I may end up having a bottle, but just know I'm not buying it because there's potential for that. That's already in the works, actually. But it's an 8.5 out of 10 fragrance. It's just so redundant. It's so redundant to the original. Guys, if you have ani, please don't blind buy this fragrance. Because it's more expensive than ani from discounters anyway. Please don't blind buy this. Do yourself a favor and get a decant first. Because you may set yourself up for a big disappointment of redundancy. Because again, I'm being critical because I need to be critical because of the redundancy here. But I love how it smells. That's the thing. My tone can be misleading with how much I actually like the fragrance. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's fresh ani is the best way to look at it. But it's an 8.5 out of 10. Super redundant. Super, super redundant. All right, let's get caught up with the chat a little bit more. $5 super chat from Sean. If you like cherry pipe tobacco, highly recommend trying Late Harvest by Fort and Mantle. Is that how you say that? Underrated house in general. I do like a good cherry tobacco. Memories from the Gate fragrances. Really good. Really good cherry tobacco. Did not like Dua's Babycat cologne. Water cologne. Sounds interesting. It's ani without the spices. Summer wearable. In the top, you get a very short-lived melon note. Agree that it isn't aquatic per se. Yeah, it doesn't really just come across as aquatic, but it is fresher. Did keep that velvety, smooth vanilla feel. Yeah, that's what stands out. And I do get that lemon settled in a little bit more. Probably that combination with that honeydew melon. It's really good. It's just too redundant. I'm sure they're going to dry down almost the same fragrance. It's the same price. Okay, I thought it was more expensive. Pine Rocks, good to see you. You need to try Tobacco Honey by Guerlain, best fragrance of the year. So I want to try pretty much that whole line. I love the bottles in that line, first and foremost. I'm hoping to get around to perfumery soon. We're supposed to go fragrance shopping in January when I'm in Tampa. Me, the Fragrance Apprentice, and the Nigerian giant Omas will be going fragrance shopping on the Sunday. We're going to the Rumble on Saturday, fragrance shopping on Sunday, Raw on Monday. So I have quite the adventure at the end of January. It's going to be a lot of content, but it's going to be great. So, and Omas Jordan is another one that's big on, I need to try this line from Guerlain. He's got his nose on a bunch of them. Literally, he jumped on my live stream and he was smelling some of them. One of the live streams I had him on. He was at a perfumery. So yeah, I've been meaning to. It's on the bucket list. It's on the sooner than later bucket list of stuff I need to try. The group had to ask. I had a suspicion you would go with Spice Bomb. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely not redundant. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So we'll go ahead and spray that one on. Again, compliments of Jason. Jason and Jared provided today's content for stuff they knew I've been wanting to try that they had, and they were like, "Hey, want to send decants?" Not taking no for an answer. So we'll let it. I do smell kind of that marshmallowy, sweet coconut, boozy, spicy, woodsy. Like I smell Fan Your Flames out in the air. I'll wait. I'll give it a moment to settle a bit, and then we'll dive in and see if I can pick up some differences here. Not me. Just got now Queen. Okay. My Creed Connects give me empty decants, so that's why you have the Creed decant bottles. Thank you for weighing in and letting me know. That Pyramid has a lot of stuff, keeping it at 100. Okay. For me, Ani X turns exactly into Ani after the bright opening fades, because the opening is the difference, but it's not a big difference, but it is there is a difference there. That's fair. I totally get it. Audio's fine so far. No dropping frames. Thank you. Yeah, because they have the little Wi-Fi radar that pops up with 3 different bars, and when it drops down to just the 1 bar, it shows connection unstable, and that's usually when it gets choppy, robotic, and the audio will fade. Original Ani has prominent spice. Yeah, it's a warmer, spicier fragrance for sure, but I do get some spice. That ginger, more so than the cardamom note they're showing. I get more of this gingery smell in the opening of it. Okay, Fan Your Flames X is not exactly the same. Is there some green, earthy notes to this? Like oak moss or something? Kind of smells like oak moss. There's Fan Your Flames, but there's additional nuance here that is not original Fan Your Flame. There's like an oak moss, earthy green smell. I haven't looked at the notes. I have no clue. It's just what it smells like to me. I still get like that sweet, crystallized, almost marshmallowy, sweet coconut type of smell. That's how I relate the coconut, the sweetness of this coconut to original Fan Your Flames. I think the tobacco's still there because that's probably contributing to the earthiness. It's a little darker. There's something else different that I can't distinguish what the hell it is. Depends. What's the discontinued resale price? I wouldn't pay over 80. I wouldn't want to pay over 80 personally. $100 would be pushing it for me. It's not Fan Your Flame. Yeah, I smell Fan Your Flames in it, but there's bigger differences here than Ani to Ani X. You spot on the OG special. Yeah, OG's super special. Late to the party, Milano Privé, 1 million clone. Now I'm testing 2 new ones. Just came Charuto, Tobacco Vanille. Armor code. Okay, let me scroll down. Ani X doesn't smell like Ghost. Ghost smells like Ani. It's just not as rich, but they did a pretty good job. It smells pretty close. Spectre Ghost, for those of you wondering. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, guys. Favorite designer of all time, I would probably have to say Dior Homme Parfum. It's between that and Invictus Aqua 2018. But Dior Homme Parfum. I'm going to go that route. It's this sweet coconut. There's more coconut this time. And it's not as marshmallowy, crystallized, almost sugary sweet kind of smell like the original. That was the kind of coconut sweetness, coconut sweet combo nuance I was getting from the original. This is a more fleshy coconut. It's not as sweet, still sweet, but not as sweet. And there's something earthy green about this. I have to know. Well, I was hoping to just click one. Yeah, there it is. I landed on the right one. Sweet, spicy, gourmand green and wood oak moss. Okay. So I smell oak moss immediately. So I would have thought I was crazy if there was no oak moss in this damn fragrance. Coconut mastic. So that can come off a little coniferous and earthy. So that's adding to the green. Rum, still there. Yeah, that's from the original. Carrot, thyme, tonka bean, tobacco, still there from the original. Patchouli, cedar from the original. And oak moss. This is much more earthy green oak moss forward. You still get the tobacco. The coconut here, it's not as sweet. It's like I said, it's more fleshy. If you've ever cracked open a coconut and you've smelled the actual white coconut part, the inside, the meat of the coconut, if you will, you'll be familiar with what I mean by a fleshy coconut smell. I think this is more of a daily wear than Fan Your Flames. Like cooler weather, wear this during the day, dress slightly, semi-casual. Not quite, dressed like I am. I mean, I could probably pull it off like this, but dress it up a little bit more than how I'm dressed, obviously. I like it a lot. I think it's an 8 out of 10. I think it's about as good. About as good as Fan Your Flames, maybe a little bit less. Depends. I would prefer to wear this during the day and stick to Fan Your Flames at night, because Fan Your Flames is great. Dinner dates and stuff like that, evenings out. That's a great fragrance for that. And this could pull double duty for that, but I think this one would do better during the day than regular Fan Your Flames. I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10 here. It's nice and earthy green. I think that oak moss, that it's kind of dominating the scent for me. I think the oak moss is very welcomed for my palate and my taste. I really like that about it. It feels like an actual flanker. The only one line that changes, it's there. You smell Fan Your Flames, but there's clear difference here. Distinguishable, like distinctive. This is not the exact same fragrance. Journey getting Aurum, Rosé, Coco Loco, and Second Soul after sampling. Don't kill me, but I enjoy Spectre Ghost more. I mean, to each their own. I don't, but to each their own. You don't have to apologize for liking something. Yeah, it's definitely got more coconut. It's more coconut this time around. How do the regular Spectre? I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Ross wore my sample of Rosé today. Oh my God, I need a bottle. That's one of my favorites. One of my favorite fragrances ever. Hey, since it's less popping in here since yesterday, I want to say congrats again. Yeah, so I'm pretty caught up. I've tried pretty hard to stay caught up as best I can on the chat today. It's crazy to see how far you've come since I joined in January of 2020. Appreciate you and what you do. Andy, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the love and support, man. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I think and look, still not a t-shirt fragrance, but I mean, you wear what the hell you want when you want. Confidence is key in every situation. Don't let your fragrance wear you, is what it comes down to. Match the energy or exceed the energy of your fragrance, But I think that oak moss warrants it more of a daytime wear. Not a summer daytime wear, but the rest of the year, I think. You say Nishane X line is more fresh, safe line than the originals. If so, wonder why Wulong Cha X would smell. That's the next one I'd like to try. Of course, I want to try Hachivat X as well. I'm supposed to be getting a discovery set. Like I picked out Ani X as the bottle and a discovery set so I could try the rest. So, I mean, I'm getting ahead of the game here with these decants. Thank you, Jason. So we'll see. We'll see. So, the vanilla is really setting in. Man, why you had to push me back to that? I'm trying to spend some time with the other ones. I don't want to just stick to the best one the whole time. It's the best one I've smelled today. To me, guys. To me, Babycat is, I can't think of a better term in the moment than leagues better than everything else I've smelled today. I think it's far superior to Tony Iommi Monkey Special, the way it comes across to me. Torino21 is really good, though. That one came close. It's beautiful. It's just too redundant to something I already have, an Aqua Celeste Forte. If I didn't have that, I'd want Torino21 because it is that good. Ani X is really good. I think the original is a little better. Not half a point, half a point difference here. Fan Your Flame X, I think, is really good. Tuxedo's great fragrance. It just can't touch Babycat for me. Just none of them can touch Babycat, in my opinion. I think it's just too good at this point. We smelled 6 fragrances today. That's not all these guys sent, but we're already an hour and 20 minutes in, and we did like 2.5 hours yesterday. So we'll shut it down at an hour and a half. We'll hang out for a few more minutes, get to about the hour and a half mark, and we'll go ahead and shut it down. You're behind on the game. It's been out for 7 months. You care way more for Hachivat Oud than Hachivat X. Well, look, I mean, I can't buy everything and sample everything and smell everything all the time. No, that's not just a rumor. That's the thing. That's a thing. iFragrance put it out like a week and a half ago or something like that. That's a real thing. And they put out a picture of the actual sealed box and everything. When iFragrance puts it out, it's really a thing. And they know long before they ever make a post. They have to work with these brands because they don't want to piss the brands off. So, yeah, that's a real thing. Strong With You tobacco is absolutely a real thing. Just like Bulgari Man in Black Parfum. That's a real thing. So that's 2 to get excited about, I think. What you think now that you smell Babycat versus Vertus Vanilla Oud? That's hard to pick. Because this might make it in top 5 ever for me. I haven't done a full wearing yet, so I can't put it in there on a first impressions. I just can't. For now, it's definitely Vertus Vanilla Oud still. Definitely. But subject to change. Got to spend time with Babycat beyond this 1 spray and 2 sprays on my hand. Got to spend time with it beyond this. But just know it's got a shot. It's got a shot. Layer of Aventus and BR540 clones. I have not. Just want to say Dedrick Hicks is only 100 away from 10K. Help a man out. And that is another chance to win a double pack of Business Over Pleasure and Eating Mystique, guys. If you're not subscribed to Dedrick Hicks Jr., go ahead. I'm going to blind buy it. I'll blind buy all the Strong With Yous. Well, not all of them. Some of them I sampled first. Thank you so much, Al. I appreciate that. I don't think anything when you get to that, nothing's technically blind buy safe, but when you start getting in the hundreds of dollars, multiple hundreds of dollars, I don't think anything's blind buy safe. There's no such thing at that point. We're talking 300 plus. I wouldn't blind buy that. For as phenomenal as I think it is, I do not think you should blind buy that. Do as you please. You're a big boy. I am not your, like EQ likes to say, I am not your financial advisor. If you want to do it, you go for it. I wouldn't recommend it. Got you on Dedrick. Hell yeah, go check him out, man. Yes, I've tried a few of them. Black Powder, really good, surprisingly. 14-Hour Dream, really good. Green Bubble makes me nauseous. It's the only marijuana fragrance that literally makes me nauseous, and I have to scrub it off. I have a discovery set from them that I bought a couple years ago. I've tried a bunch of their fragrances. Use Abuse is pretty nice, actually. 101, yeah, 101, 286, I think it was. Let me check. 101, 300 on the dot. So we gained 14 while we've been live. It was 102, 286 before I went live. Last I checked was like 20 minutes before I went live. So we're at 101, 300 on the dot. So shout outs to all the new subscribers. Final take. I don't know. In my opinion, stronger DNA outperforms Rifakat, but I think I prefer Rifakat. Mr. Miller. Yeah, Robert, I mean, you're a big boy. You do as you want. You know what I mean? You do as you want. So get to the bottom of this ghost. Then I got to get back to my water intake. I just filled this back up with some essential amino acids. You can see the level. That is 60 ounces. So 2 scoops of essential amino acids. I'll be drinking this the rest of the day, which I've already drank half a gallon of water today. That's, forgot exactly how much, but more, much more than a gallon. 64 ounces is a gallon, my bad. So right under a gallon. So about a gallon and a half today of water, plus my energy drink, and I had a Diet Dr. Pepper with my meal. I had 24 grilled nuggets from Chick-fil-A with 1 pack of Polynesian sauce that I did not use the whole pack. Think about that. Less than a whole pack of a sauce from Chick-fil-A with 24 grilled nuggets. That's willpower and dedication right there, guys. To not even use a whole sauce on 24 grilled nuggets from Chick-fil-A. Okay. That's when you really want to hit a goal. Okay. Dedication. Big difference in quality. It was cool chatting with you about these. I think you should get into these sooner, i.e. when big brands drop collections, since you can get a write-off. You try the whole, but then I have to upfront the cost because, okay, let's say I buy that whole collection. Let's say I bought the whole X collection when they drop. That would have been, $1,500 plus. No, I'm not doing that. Even to get 50 mLs, so it's like I'm spending over $1,000 or something like that right away. It's just not something like I'd rather sample them first, because it's not just about reviewing them for me. I have to want these things. Even though they're write-offs, I have to want these things, is what it comes down to. So you got to keep that in mind. But I know you're a niche guy. I know you prefer to hear me talk about niche and stuff like that. And I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah. I'm game for that. Totally. I'll spend 10, 15 bucks on a couple of ml each. I'm down to do that. I thought you meant buy the whole collect. When you said buy the collections, I went with bottles. I'm like, damn, I don't want to do that right away. A lot of money up front. Oh shit. Yeah, that's cheap. Yeah, I do need to do more discovery sets. I've gotten a lot better at sampling first. So when Dedrick hits 10K, my contribution from one of the giveaways he's doing is a double pack of Business Over Pleasure and Evening Mystique. Get a double pack, get a bottle of each. Which for yesterday, we gave away 6 of those double packs. George gave away the 6th one. He got on screen. So we got a couple bottles from the archives of that box that George kept for himself of Business Over Pleasure. And instead of selling the few bottles he had, there's a little handful he's letting me do giveaways to celebrate the milestone. And I'm doing that one extra one, which I already committed to a couple of weeks ago for Dedrick. So that's the last set that's available. So last opportunity to get your hands on a bottle of Business Over Pleasure without paying some ridiculous eBay price or fragrance group price. Make sure you subscribe to Dedrick Hicks Jr. Signature Aurum, excellent choice. So Andy, I've got great news for you. I have a full review video on that fragrance. All you have to do is in that search bar at the top, type TLTG Fakar Gold. And that video will TLTG Fakar Gold. And that video will pop up, my man. And you can watch the full review and get my full details, because we're literally about to shut it down in 1 minute and 15 seconds, my man. So I apologize because I wanted to do a hard stop at an hour and a half. But I do have a full review video on that fragrance that you're able to watch. Anytime you guys are curious, I got over 2,500 videos. TLTG and the name of the fragrance, or TLTG and the name of the topic. And if there's a video for it, it'll come up. It will definitely come up. He does indeed. He does indeed. Try the Oman Luxury Discovery Set. Okay. That $800 haul where your discounts 50%. No. It was, they had buy one, get one 23% off. And then I had some points that I used for $50 and $10 gift cards and stuff like that. So, who's at Mood EDP? Have thought about opening up your own fragrance shop? No. I just like making my content. Nosy's in the house. What's going on, big dog? Haven't seen you in a while. Been lurking since Trash or Treasure was a mainstay. I brought it back for a little while at the beginning of the year, but it kind of it got to where, like, some people were happy to see it, but it kind of hurt the rack store videos engagement a little bit. It was kind of weird. You would think that would increase the engagement, but it actually hurt the engagement. It's kind of weird. But I appreciate you being here, Nosy. Nosy's been around a long, long time. I appreciate. Salute to you, sir. Pleasure chatting with you. Divine, always a pleasure, my man. It was great to see you. Thanks for coming by. Seriously. I got a lot more niche stuff I'll be doing in the next 2 months. So there'll be more content that you'll jive with, that you come weigh in with me and we talk about. See you as well. So yeah, it's about time to shut it down. Catch replay. All genres Bob's blessing you as well. So check out today's video if you haven't yet, guys. Thank you all for being here. Thank you everybody who gave super chats. Jared and Jason, thank you so much for providing these decants for today's content. I have plenty of Babycat, but sooner than later, I got to try to find a 75 ml. I don't want to have to get a 125 because it's just too much. I don't need that. I'm going to be on the hunt for a 75 ml. Maybe not, because I was about to buy a laptop. Like literally, I got Neweggs, another tab on here. I'm literally about to buy a laptop. So because I travel a lot more now, and then once a month, 1 weekend a month, I'm going to be in Louisiana every month for the next like 4 or 5 months. So I want to do more live streams when I'm on the road, and I can't engage with the comments like this on my phone. So I was going to buy a laptop with the extended Cyber Monday deal. I'm literally about to drop $800 on a laptop after this live stream ends. So I might not be able to get this just yet. Like the fragrance buying, I have to chill. I just bought a bunch of fragrances that aren't here yet, but I'm buying a laptop so we can do this when I'm on the road and traveling and stuff too, guys. So, because I love doing these live streams with you guys. It's my favorite shit to do. Besides the weekly rotation, this is my favorite shit to do. So make sure you like this stream before you leave. Check out today's video. Also today's short. And tomorrow we'll be back with a live stream. Going to be Static Olfactive, Chris Martin's fragrance. Is what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Normally we don't stream on Wednesdays, but we're going to stream tomorrow. I'm in the streaming mood. I only got streamed twice last week, so we're streaming 5 days this week, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.